My name is Bengt Lemne. I'm the PR manager of Bandai Namco, distributor of Cyberpunk 2077. With me, I've got Emilia Kola from CD Projekt Red in Warsaw, community manager. Welcome.
Hello everyone.
And Holly Bennett, head of communications in the UK for CD Projekt Red.
Hello.
So I thought I'd start by asking you.
I'm going to sit down first to make it not awkward.
What's DreamHack been for you guys?
Well, I think the key thing for us is we've been showing a 45-minute live gameplay demo of Cyberpunk 2077. We've sort of been touring around the world with the demo. So for us, DreamHack was a chance to show some more people that same gameplay demo, but also give the community a chance to do something a little bit interactive, maybe get their hands on some Cyberpunk merch, and generally for us just to come and just say hello to people, which is kind of what we like to do at CD Projekt Red.
Emilia, it's your first time at DreamHack. What do you think?
It is my first time in DreamHack, and actually it's our first time at DreamHack at CDPR as well. So it's really cool to be here to see all those gamers behind the screens all together. This is what we like to see, and we hope that one day everyone will be playing Cyberpunk in here.
And one day not too far away. Let's talk about meeting the fans. There's been a lot of sort of meeting people, shaking hands, talking to people who have been around the world to see the demo. Some people have seen it multiple times. What's it like meeting fans out here?
Well, it's first of all, it's really great to see everyone excited to see us. We are as excited as them, and it brings all us together because we know we are making a game for them. So yeah, it's just amazing, and it gives us a little bit more of a kick to actually, produce the game, make it happen, so everyone is happy.
It's nice to hear people's stories. A lot of people, Cyberpunk is not their first game that they'll be playing from CD Projekt Red. So it's nice to hear people's stories. People want to tell us about the time they discovered something in The Witcher 3, or how they've been with us since The Witcher 1, or in fact how they really found us through Gwent, and then they played The Witcher because of that. So more than anything, it's just nice to hear the really human stories behind the people that play our games, because we're fueled by the community. That's a core pillar of who CD Projekt Red are. So when you get to really sit down with someone and just listen to why they love the game so much, it makes it all real. It's less faceless. You're making games for real people who really do just want to experience things, and hopefully the things that we're making.
We got a bit of a surprising crowd reaction during the first presentation, I believe. People started clapping. That's a little bit different, but it feels very Swedish. I wasn't surprised, but what's it like touring the world with different crowds, and what do you feel of the crowd here? And
Australia was amazing. Australia, it's the first time I'd ever been anyway, so it's very unusual for a company like CD Projekt Red to obviously go that far around the world. So we took that to Australia. That was incredible. That was a lot of cheering and whooping, and especially when anything was particularly brutal in the game. People seemed to really enjoy that. Obviously, when we showed it in London, British stiff upper lip, very little in terms of any reaction, but that's how you know they like things, is that they're just too engrossed to say anything. And here, people, the reaction has been really good. My favorite is when things are always pretty chilled. And there is a particular moment in the demo where we use a lethal takedown and hit someone's head on a garbage chute and throw them in. And that is usually when people are like, yeah, which says a lot about the audience. But those are the moments. We've just come from doing a demo, and there was two particular women in the audience. And it was amazing because every time we took that machine gun, we ripped that turret out and started using it on people, these two girls lit up. They were having the best time. And every time my eye line went straight to these two women in the audience, just loving the violence.
Yeah, but we've been skirting around, talking a little bit about the presentation. What can you tell us? What is the presentation? What does it show off?
Yeah, so if anyone has seen the 15-minute deep dive video, that particular footage is taken from a main story mission that happens roughly halfway through the main campaign. The 45-minute demo that we're showing is the extended version of that 15 minutes. So the 15 minutes really lifts out all the kind of the key beats and moments, and the 45 is just how it would sort of have got to those places organically. So there's a little bit more talking, a little bit more sort of showing how things get to that point. So it starts with, V is trying to meet Placide, trying to convince Placide from the Voodoo Boys to give us a mission because we want to get an in with the Voodoo Boys. We want to meet their leader, a woman called Brigitte. So we get to meet Placide. He gives us a mission to help them remove another gang from a mall that is in their territory, because someone has using a surveillance van to try and track and discover the Voodoo Boys HQ. V takes on this mission, maybe to find that someone has maybe double-crossed him, tried to call his bluff, and then it's a case of, winning the, let's not say trust, but just allowing the Voodoo Boys to let us in and gaining their mutual assistance. And that is what we show in the demo.
And it's sort of halfway into the game, right?
It is. It's halfway through the main campaign. It's not exactly as it'll be when you play it. We have done a couple of things that are very special. This is kind of showing the deep dive video as well, but we have a fluid class system here. We've been throwing around terms like netrunner and strong solo, and it's not that categorized. So The Witcher was an open world story-based game. This is an open world story-based game where you can play your own way. So when you are playing, especially in the demo we've just been showing here, we actually switch classes halfway through. So we show it like if you were to put more of your perk points into things like hacking and into stealth, we sort of show the kind of special abilities you might be granted. And then we flip and we show if you did the same thing, but you would put all your points into strength and into melee, and then the different abilities you would be granted for use. And then just reiterate that you can literally pick and choose whatever you think sounds coolest or most fun to use when you play.
That's it. It's interesting because it's not a case of you having to sort of max out one branch or anything like that. You can pick and choose any sort of abilities that you want to use for your build.
And that's one thing that's quite different to, say, The Witcher, because Geralt is Geralt. We have our two swords, we have our signs, and that's really then, that is how he would go into combat. But here in Cyberpunk, your V can go into combat kind of the way they choose. And the outcome even, you can play the entire game without killing a single character, like if that's what you want to do. So there's that freedom in the way you play that will be kind of unique to Cyberpunk 2077 from us at CDPR.
I was also thinking about the area that we're showing off in the presentation, Pacifica. What can you tell us about that? The people who live there, what kind of place is it, and what's its place in the greater Night City?
So it's actually the southernmost state in Night City. And when you are exploring Night City, you can actually traverse across Night City completely seamlessly. There's no loading or anything like that. You can go from one to the other. Pacifica itself was a place that was meant to be beautiful. It was meant to be a tourist destination. So it was meant to be luxury hotels, money. It was meant to be a place where rich and powerful people could come and relax and to play. But if you know the law of Cyberpunk, there's been a global economy crisis. And the organizations that were funding this tourist destination in Pacifica actually withdrew their funding. So Pacifica now is full of like half-built luxury hotels, half-built apartment blocks. It's really gutted and brutal. And now a Haitian community has moved in and made it their home. But it is a very desperate, a very dangerous part of Night City, compared to other regions that might be more glamorous. There's no bundles of neon lights and glitz and glamour here. It is really quite an oppressive, depressive part that just really is unfinished thanks to the corporations.
And you don't really want to go there after dark.
And you really don't want to go there after dark. And that means we have a dynamic day-night cycle.
Perfect segue. You mentioned a couple of favorite spots in the presentations. Do you have a favorite spot as well, Amelia, that you'd like to highlight?
In the city?
In the presentation that we were showing.
My favorite spot, I think, is the cyberspace, because I'm gonna play as a netrunner. That's my thing. So when you go to cyberspace with Brigitte, and then you see the black wall and everything like pixelized, this is like what I really like, and I got chills every single time I watch it.
And that's what we're all dying to find out more about, right?
Yes.
Yes. What is beyond the black wall?
What is? But
Cool.
do you have any other any moments, Holly, that you like to highlight?
I think for me, when I originally saw Cyberpunk 2077, I wasn't actually at CD Projekt. I was working for a YouTube channel. And we wanted to learn more about the game, so we started playing the tabletop that this is originally based off. We particularly played Cyberpunk 2020. And then when I came to see this demo, what I loved was if you had played the tabletop, there's like little things you just knew. For example, you maybe knew about Alt Cunningham. And it was just that, oh my God, I get it. This thing has just clicked. If you haven't played the tabletop, you will still have those moments and the game will let you learn along with it. But if you already have that little bit of knowledge built in, it's a real oh my God moment. This is, I know this person. The same can be said for Johnny Silverhand.
And we should say also that there is a tabletop bridge, so to speak, in the works.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk Red.
in the works. It's actually out. It came out in August. Cyberpunk Red. So we have Cyberpunk 2020, the most sort of famous of the tabletop, because it did start in 2013.
Yes.
And obviously that is in the year 2020. The game is in the year 2077. The new tabletop game actually bridges the gap between, and it's up until 2076. So if you're a Lord nerd and you just need to devour some cyberpunk lore before the game comes out in April, pick up the Jumpstart kit, and it'll help fill you in on some of the things that might have happened in terms of the economy, the city, the corpo wars, and who's dominant and who's not anymore before you jump into the year 2077.
Sounds great. We've been doing a number of things here at DreamHack Winter this year with Cyberpunk. We've been part of. We sponsored the cosplay competition. You were part of that yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Apart from what was happening in here, we also had our own cosplay contest that ended yesterday. So we are hoping to see amazing cosplays. Hopefully someone from Sweden also made it. But yeah, quality of those cosplays in here was just amazing. We had our quest as well on our booth, right? What else we have? We also have photography contest that is still up and running. So just grab your cameras, take a picture, and show us your night city, where you live, where would you like to be, how night city looks for you. And we have a lot of pictures already sent towards us, and we're waiting for more.
So I'm excited about the cosplay competition because you've been doing a tour where you've been picking winners, and then you've had an online competition, and it's all building up to a final, right?
Yes. So we've been at Gamescom, PAX West, I think that was.
Yeah,
PAX
I think it's PAX
yes.
West now.
Yeah.
Tokyo Game Show, Paris Games Week, and Igromir in Russia. So we had offline stages over there, and whoever won is already in grand finale. But we also have 5 more spots, and those will be from people that couldn't go to any of those events. So we'll pick up 5 best cosplayers, and then pick all those 10 people will just fly to us, most likely, for grand finale, and we have really cool stuff prepared and a lot of money to win.
Can't wait to see what the finalists look like at that point in time. We've also had something on DreamHack Winter here, which maybe I'm best to explain. It's called the Quest. People have been trying to solve a puzzle, meeting up with agents all over the expo, and trying to get some swag, because we want people to earn the swag. We don't just want to give it away. What were your thoughts on what that activity was?
As someone who was involved really a lot in ARG that we have up and running as well, I thought it was really cool. You actually had to think what to do, and it wasn't that easy even for me. So congratulations on actually doing something really, really cool, and I hope the community here enjoyed it.
Any thoughts, Holly?
I think I'm a collector, so even I have 3 shelves of just Witcher stuff I collected over the years while I was while I was working on the YouTube channel. So I just loved that it came with a little circuit board. So that lanyard and circuit board are going onto my Cyberpunk shelf, which I am now doing my very best to build.
What else is on there?
The beanie is going to be going on there for sure. I do have the Mantis Blade statue that I received the first year I was there.
Got one of those myself.
Yes, I do have my lanyard, but yeah, we need to make some more merch.
Maybe you already did.
Yeah, maybe I just need to do a little bit of a round in the office and just start grabbing stuff. I think it's more of that.
Speaking of the office, I don't know if viewers, people out here know my background, but I've been a games journalist for many years before joining Bandai Namco, and I went on a trip to CD Projekt many years ago, ahead of the first Witcher game. I visited the studio.
That's mad, by the way.
I'm old. What can I say? So the funny story is, now that I have this job, I went back, and it's actually in the very same building, though you have expanded a little bit. Can you tell us about?
Tiny bit.
A little bit.
Tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
I think the interesting thing is we actually bought the building that our home is in a few weeks ago. So up until now, we've been renting, but CD Projekt Red has actually bought its building, so we can say that that is our home in Jagiellońska, which used to be, I believe, Soviet car-making district.
I think so, yeah.
So it is very, you turn up and you're like, oh, this is not sure where I'm going. And you enter, and it's a beautiful reception that, you know, even when I started, it was all about The Witcher. There was a big Witcher statue was there and all the magazine covers and awards. But it's now been split. It's 50-50 Cyberpunk and Witcher. And if you go onto our Twitter, you can see the new statue, the new Cyberpunk statue.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It's so
the
nice.
collector's edition has a statue, a V on the Yaiba Kusanagi, the motorcycle. That is to scale, 1-to-1. It is life-size, and it has just moved into our reception. I haven't been back since that motorcycle has moved in. And between that and Geralt fighting the Griffin, I don't actually know how you get through reception. There can't be any space.
There is some.
Not after Black Friday, there's not. The amount of staff members I think have ordered from the CD Projekt Red store, I can't imagine you can get through reception. And when you do, you're hit by a giant palm tree, which was actually in front of our Gamescom stand, and we decided to bring it back with us on the truck. And I remember them trying to move it into the building. It is huge. And it's just like slap in the middle of the canteen at the moment.
We also have the Johnny Silverhand wall installed on the second floor.
Yes, yeah. So we're trying to, like, the stuff that we've been using at our events, we're trying to bring back with us, because it's a very witchery office. So when you first get there, like, even the bathrooms, like the men's bathrooms have got a Geralt. The women's bathrooms have got Ciri on them. And obviously we're not just the Witcher studio anymore. So it's just trying to, you know, like some of the...
We can be on both.
You can do both.
Yeah.
With the meeting rooms, they're all now designed. So we have the special meeting rooms with the, you know, all cyberpunked up. They've got the samurai logo spray painted on the walls, where traditionally it was all The Witcher. So.
But we also have Gwent rooms and Witcher rooms still in our studio.
Gwent has like a whole wing in our studio, so you can literally you say you're walking into the Gwent section. The big Gwent sign is on the wall, all lit up, and the art that team pump out is on another level. They make some of the best. I love looking at their computer screens, which I shouldn't, but they do some incredible work in the Gwent wing.
Yes.
So when I was there like 12, 13 years ago, something like that, I think it was like one floor of the whole building, and it was mainly publishing at that point. Part of it was development. How many people are working at CD Projekt today? And you're spanning multiple studios. And
so if I remember correctly, right now in Warsaw we have around 700 people. But we have 3 studios, of course, in Warsaw, and we share that building with GOG. We have one in Kraków and one in Wrocław.
Yeah, I think when I started, it was about 750, and we're up to over 1,000 now between our...
When I started, it was like 300.
Yeah, between our 3 studios. And the 3 studios all sort of sync up, but they can also work on separate projects as well. It's very interesting. I have yet to go to the Krakow studio, but everyone tells me it's beautiful. Yeah.
Everyone says that Krakow is a wonderful city.
I'm dying to visit the studio. I've been told it is apparently very, very nice. So that might be my next stop on my tour, might be Krakow.
I've got to ask, because I'm curious, from your point of view, obviously at E3, the Keanu Reeves moment was the big moment at E3.
Ugh.
What's your sort of, how did you experience this from the inside, so to speak?
It was amazing. We were sat together. We were all in the audience. CD Projekt had actually come en masse to E3 that year because when you are showing a gameplay demo and you're doing it like on the hour, every hour for like 4 or 5 days straight, show floor and public, you actually need quite a lot of staff. So I want to say a good 40 of us.
I think like more than 50.
We had a whole bus. Every day we got on a whole bus together and went to the convention. And everybody was sat in the audience for that moment at the Microsoft conference. And, there had been a lot of things leaking in the run-up to E3. And every day, our chats would go off and there's been a leak. And you just, every time you'd open your phone and go, please don't be us. Please don't be us. Because we knew that we had something, the kind of moment that really like ignites the excitement and the passion. And we just didn't want it to be lost on a leak. And it wasn't. And you could hear it. The trailer played and then you reboot and you just hear "Wake the fuck up, Samurai," and then you could hear people. Is that Keanu? And then you just have "Welcome to the stage," and it was just. I mean, it was goosebumps. It was being sat there. It was actually it was really emotional. Now I think about it, I remember it was like, for me, it was like 6 months of keeping secrets and hoping and praying and. There's a lot of pressure. Like, people want Cyberpunk to be good, and we want to make a good game for them. And when we do show it, we want people to feel that buzz. And I think it was like just that being able to finally exhale.
Yes, and we went there knowing what's going to happen, right? We knew what exact spot we have, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, I'm all shaking because it's our turn right now." And when you hear entire cinema going all quiet, and then you just look around after everything is done and everyone is standing, and then we are sitting right next to each other, holding hands and being like, "Oh my God, we did it!" Nobody leaked anything. Everyone was excited to see what we have in store, and I think it was just like this moment, and it's something I will never forget.
Yeah, it's and hopefully it's a moment that no one else will forget. Like it's that kind of peak E3 moment. That's what E3 is for a lot of us. It's where the big announcements come. It's where the excitement builds from, and we were part of that. Hopefully forever.
I gotta ask, is he all he looks to be?
He is, yes. I was very lucky. I did get to meet Keanu afterwards. He did a couple of interviews with some of my media outlets, and he was absolutely he was lovely. It's very nice to meet him.
It's a nice note to end on. I should give a little bit of because I'm here to sell games after all. If you'd like to pre-order Cyberpunk 2077 at Webhallen at DreamHack Winter, there's a special offer. You get an exclusive poster with your pre-order if you go there today. Last chance. We thought we'd, I'll let you say. We've got a date. Everything is set to aim for. When's Cyberpunk 2077 coming out?
We're looking forward to welcoming everybody into Night City on April 16th, 2020.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna roll a trailer.
Yes, we are.
We're ready for that. And that's it for us. So thank you so much for watching, and hope you're all excited for Night City.
Thank you, everyone.
V, my man, you made it. You blowing up all over the news. Are you alone?
I just want the money.
You got the chip? All right, start her up, Bug. Why don't you go to the bathroom, wash up, we gonna be with you in a minute. Oh, come on, man. Your neck. It's a mess.
While hotel security has yet to comment, we do know the suspect seems to have fled the scene.
Initiating combat mode.
Go!
Destination confirmed.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about! All right, in and out, bitches! We're rich! Oh, we are going to the major leagues, Jackie! Jack? Oh, shit!
No. Okay, get to a clinic now.
Mr. Wells' condition is critical.
Go!
Immediate medical
It's gonna
help
be
is
okay.
required.
Just hold on.
Hey, just think about all the good shit we're gonna have, huh? I'm sorry. Take the fucking chip decks.
Every corporal cop in this city's gonna be blasting down these doors after what you and your psycho friend did. We didn't need all this cocksucking attention, damn it.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.